Can you smell what the flock is cooking? Flock up or flock off, not you. You stick around, because it's about to go down. You know, flock with the most energetic energy in the Eagleverse here on a Thursday, Day. You know how we like to do around this time, about this time, at this time. We get that nest keeping out of the way, man. I'm super hyped. The OTAs is in full effect, rather. Mini camp is in full effect. A lot of things going on. A lot of things that may mean nothing coming down the line, but whatever, we're going to get into it because I need this therapy, y'all. Got to get this off my nest, get this off my chest. Speak on what we're going to speak about. We got the... What do we got? What do we got? We got some JB. We got some... Oh, my gosh, dude, how much stuff we got here? Becton, JB, Calcaterra, DG, all kinds of things going on. We're going to get into all of it. And a lot of time before, I start getting charged for these sessions, you know what I mean? In and out. These are complimentary visits to the doctors. Y'all are the doctors. I'm the flockers. Y'all know how we doing over here, man. I'm tripping because I'm super hyped. The season is right around the corner. And I'm just taking all we could take in from these 3 days of this mini camp. And I'm just putting it out there. Just hyped to see the boys back at work, the boys back in town, the birds flying around. And super dope to have that. But like I said, let's get the nest keeping out of the way. Let's keep the maniac thing. Please like and subscribe. If you about that fly, Eagles fly. Drop a comment in that box if you're flying with the flock. Let's fly. Do remember, join that maniac thing. Know the gang. You hit that bell. You get a bang whenever I'm on this YouTube thing. Let's fly. So yeah, man, we got a lot of things going on. We're hearing a lot of things. But the main thing that I seem to hear, you know what? It's a Thursday Hurts day. Let's get to Hurts. So, over the last few days, we've been seeing a lot of them. We've been hearing a lot of interceptions. You know what I mean? The defense, usually around this time of year, they're going to be ahead of the offense. Not to mention both sides are trying things out. And it's just hard not to root for the defense this time of year, especially after seeing what that defense did last season. I know people have their consternation, we have a lot of detractors out there as far as who Jalen Hurts is and who he can become and this, that, and the third. But I mean, there was a drop-off in his play last year, that's for sure. But, this is football. It's 53 men, you know what I mean? Three sides of the ball. Complementary things need to happen. And, these things could be blamed not to dissuade or take away any of the blame from Jalen Hurts and the offensive side of the ball. We just know. We know in our heart of hearts. I mean, if you're being real with yourself, you're watching the things that I'm watching these games the way, maybe it's just the way I'm watching them. I don't know, because I have a bias. Just the point is, we can't blame the offense for what was going on. So that being said, over the last few days during minicamp, we've been hearing about interceptions, this, that, and the third. I believe somebody left the stat line yesterday of 15 of 20, no touchdowns, 1 interception. Could have been 2 interceptions. I'm hearing, boy, fucking Cooper DeJean is out here trying to snatch things. Believe CJGJ was the one that pointed it out to him, like he gave him a coaching tip prior to the rep, and boom, 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 he almost had his hands on the ball. So Eagle Al said something about he ripped DeJean. I knew I didn't check it because, I'm just trying to get out here and get my therapy in, because once I start watching everything, all that I consume, all the other content creators and all that, once I start watching these guys, I start saying the same things they're saying, and it's pointless. So I got to give it to you true and authentic, straight off the maniac's head. You feel me? So, yeah, that's how we're going to do it. Oh, man, I forgot. Let's keep the main thing. Hope this video finds you good vibes, good tides, fly skies. If you're not there, I hope this helps you get there, because we're already going there. Yeah. Gotta put that out there. Hope everyone's doing out there in the Eagleverse, right? So, 15 of 20, I believe, what's his name? RSP? What's his name? Elliot Shore Parks. Everyone seems to hate this guy. It cracks me up. He said, he gave him a grade of a C. Which, I'm not going to lie, I'm definitely here for it. I'm that guy. I'm that crazy. I don't know if you could tell about Eagles football in any way, shape, or form that I can get it. But if you're going to be cool, flip that pillow to the cool side, you feel me? And cool to flock out. I mean, this is exactly what it is. It's minicamp. I see a lot of people dropping the meme down there. Practice? We talking about practice. Practice like we talking about practice, bro. So, regardless of what, like I said, I'm here to consume the Eagles in any way, shape, or form that I can. Pause. But, it's good to hear whatever's going on in camp, while at the same time not placing too much weight on it. You see things happening, things going on, and So I'm hearing that Jalen Hurts is out here. He's looking tough. He's looking buff. Yeah, that's cool. And don't know what that lends to quarterbacking, but whatever. Guys out there are looking good. So shout out to Jalen Alexander, the great Hurts on the Thursday Hurts Day. I believe he's hyped about this new offense. He says, he was speaking to Jay Spadaro saying that, it's a lot of good coming down the line. So I can't wait for that. This is practice, and I'm happy to see what we're seeing from the defensive side. Speaking of the defensive side of the ball, we got JB. I was telling you the other day when Sirianni had his press conference, I didn't see this the way other people saw it, and I should have tapped into it. But I mean, it is what it is. Like I said, once again, this is just camp. He's taking reps at safety. He's all over the place. And Sirianni was speaking to his versatility. I'm of the mind state, like, I don't know if there was too much on James Bradbury's plate last season, going from nickel to boundary to edge, whatever, they was just putting him all over the place. And the only thing I could point to his drop-off was the fact that, Eagles everywhere, that, maybe they were putting too much on his plate or possibly an injury. We don't know. But it just didn't look right. So him moving over to safety, we've seen a lot of, and he brought up, I believe, Charles Woodson, and we know that James Bradbury, Charles Woodson, he is not. But, that's just like the top of the top, the cream of the crop as far as guys that have made that transition. But many of cornerback have made that transition as they got deeper into their careers. Some good, some bad. It is what it is. And I just want the best Eagles football team to be out there on that field. As much as I like James Bradbury and all these guys that I like Devontae Maddoxes of the world, guys that I've grown to appreciate and cheer on and root for on Sundays, it's hard for me, the type of fan I am, to just walk away and say, get them out of here, because I just can't disregard them as just pieces to a puzzle. However, it is what it is. I don't know these guys from the damn hole in the wall. So I just want to see the best Eagles team out there, albeit it may hurt a little bit to say bye to some of these guys. It is what it is at the end of the day. Another person making moves is Mekhi Becton. They haven't got Mekhi Becton over there playing guard. That's crazy. It's great to hear. Just thinking of Becton being pushed in on the right guard next to Lane Johnson, or just thinking of that middle where you've got Mekhi Becton, Cam Jurgens, Dickerson, whoa, it's it's crazy. The tush push could be ridiculous, is what I'm saying. And not to mention Mekhi Becton being over there next to Lane Johnson. Who knows, Mekhi Becton could quite possibly be his heir apparent. We don't know what goes on with that, but for him to learn next to Lane Johnson, similarly to how Cam Jurgens learned next to Jason Kelsey, could be a crazy thing. Could be, just working that this offensive line factory that we have. We've heard before of it being a quarterback factory. This is an offensive line factory for sure, and let's just keep this assembly line going. I'm so here for that, and I'm hearing good things about Mekhi Becton. Everybody seems to be ranting and raving about him. I believe Coach Stout was saying, if there was a prototypical offensive lineman out there that he wanted, would be Brandon Brooks. And he was like, Kai has a few of those attributes. So what's he saying, Steen? Whenever I couldn't, can we get the volume up on the reporters in the Eagles when the Eagles press conference, whatever the case, whatever it is, dude, we can never hear these damn questions. And I listened to other press. I thought it was just, maybe something that it was all places, everywhere you go and da-da-da. But I mean, the places I can hear the reporters asking their questions, because I don't even know what the guy's referring to sometimes, because I can't hear the damn question. That's just an Eagle maniac thing. But back to the Eagles thing, right? So we've got the, another thing that, just another sidebar, well, actually retreading, going back to the JB thing, I still think that you have to prioritize today to some extent when evaluating the Bradbury debacle, right? When I say that, I mean, a lot of people saying, you don't want to have Bradbury here that could take away from reps from the young men and da-da-da. That's great. Yes, we want these guys to have reps. We want these guys to flourish, but they're a whole bunch of potential. We've seen what Bradbury could do when playing at the top of his top. I understand what you may be thinking. He's lost that top at the top and he's out of here. But I'm just saying, don't sacrifice now for the future. You know what I mean? Get these guys, coach them up, get them right, and when they're ready, throw them out there for sure. If these guys are ready before Bradbury is ready, if they're surpassing him already, by all means do that. But let's not just throw things at the field. This guy is an all-pro. He has proven to be that in this league. He has been a Super Bowl cornerback. Got freaking robbed on some BS play, but regardless of what, he has attributes that I think that we're not taking into account when evaluating Bradbury as a whole, and not just over the last season. Yeah, I just have to get off my chest. I know it sounds crazy even saying it right now. Another dope thing coming out right now is AJ and Kelsey. AJ Brown, right? Because he had his first conference the other day. He's really big on Keely Ringo. He's seeing this guy develop. He is out here doing it, and he's one of the guys that he's got his eye on, saying he could really be one of them ones, man. And when you think about the future as far as these D-backs go, I just finished talking about Bradbury and all, and it's you could tell, even me, I'm almost halfway pushing them out the door a little bit myself, because when you think of the talent that they have amassed on that side of the ball in that room, like us as Eagles fans, we have not seen this in quite some time. They've spoken about it on multiple occasions during this off season. You know, speaking of the year, Sheldon Brown, Alito Shepherd, and Mike Lewis came in like they were guys, bro, and that's a long time ago. You feel me? So seeing this talent that they've amassed and that what they're doing in these camps, and the fact that they have the opportunity to practice against guys like AJ and Devontae Smith and Dallas Goedert, you know what I mean, is just amazing. I mean, who's to say that, you know, I mean, we're probably pretty sure about that. Avonte Maddox and Goddard made each other as good as they are over these years by going against each other. You know, I'm not going to sit here and say that Avonte Maddox is probably the best nickel to defend tight ends, but I mean, like, you know, when he's in, man, you very rarely see him getting taken advantage of, man. And I just want him 100% Avonte Maddox. However, that being said, another guy, the dopest thing that I've heard so far out of this camp, you know, just a little, have fun with it, you know, do what you do with this. Because like I said, it is still camp, it's just practice, whatever. But the competition rising, the competition valve being turned all the way up to 12. You feel me? Like these guys going in. And when I say that, I'm talking about the Q&AJ show. Quinyon Mitchell, and A.J. Brown going at it. Your boy A.J. Brown, you guys have heard it, but I can't help but reiterate it. Like, he's like, he just don't even talk, bro. And he's like, yo, that route was trash. That route was trash. You told him that route was trash. And A.J. Brown, you don't even talk, no. But now that you're talking, now you got to walk it. You know, you halfway there, little man, you feel me? So it's just dope to hear that that's going on, and I can't wait to see the Q&AJ show going on for the rest of this camp, the next camps to come, you know, and just seeing that man on the field when it's time. But, you know, he's out there poking his chest out, putting his chin up against one of the tops at the top in the league. And that's just great to hear coming out of minicamp. Probably more so than anything else is hearing how these rookies are intertwining themselves within the team this early, you know, because, I mean, we do offer to the league, like much like you hear from a lot of these players, you know, it's a family environment and, you know, the connection thing. And I was thinking about the connection thing, you know, you know, I'm one of those big Sirianni core value guys. Like, I'm so with the, you feel me? Like, but a lot of people I see like, oh, Mr. Core Values, and like, oh, damn, people don't like this. It's crazy. Why are people so mad at our coach, Nick Sirianni? But I get it. You know, we've got a lot of mad fans out there, and I get some people just express themselves in that way, and there's nothing wrong with it. I express myself in crazy, you know, and people probably hate that. I don't give a flop. But regardless of what, you got him saying that, you know, the connection piece is a big part. Heard Dave Spadaro speaking to this also. You know, the guys getting together doing off-season, off-the-field activities and blah, blah, blah. And you want to have that because usually a good team is a connected team, right? Then I thought about it, you know, that's probably a lot of blooming bluster for us, the fans, things that we like to see. You want to see that the players like each other. And you know what? At the end of the day, like I said, you want guys to be having fun doing it. While they're doing it, at the end of the day, you know what we want. I know there's a lot of people out there, and I'm starting to lean towards, well, maybe a little leaning, but I'm not going to never leave 100% to that way. But, I mean, just get us these W's, man. Get us these chips. Get what? That's really what it's all about at the end. That's not all that it's about, but it's a big part. And it will help out my crazy a lot. Turn it up to 12. Right? We're hearing that BG is loving the scheme. Oh, no, another thing that Keely sounds super. Damn, I'm flying through this. I-Rod wanted 2 picks. This is all what AJ's saying. You know, Isaiah Rod just told him that, you know, he was going to get 2 picks yesterday. You know, these guys just coming out and talking trash. AJ said back to him, said, not on me, you won't. Makai is embracing the Eagles' experience. That's what we're hearing about Makai Becton. We got this is from Mailata. Said he loves the guy. He barely knows him, barely spoke to him twice. Now they talk every day. It's like he known him forever. That's pretty cool. Like the way that Becton is entrenching himself within the team. We've got Mailata said Moore loves to play action. That was a nice little nugget I took from him. You know, he was trying, then after that, he tried to play it down because I figured maybe he felt like he was giving up too much. And he was like, he likes running, he likes passing, but the first thing he said was play action, which we haven't seen a lot of over the past years. Of course, you know, the read option is a form of play action, but, you know, the turn around, fake that handoff, and then catch him sleeping. Like, we haven't seen that in a while. The screen game, I was just thinking earlier, like, you know, having Saquon Barkley being such a great blocker, you know what I mean? So guys are preparing for that. So they come and rush him. He slips out, get him on the screen. I can't wait to see this thing on the field. I don't know if you can tell. I'm a bit hyped for this. So you got that. Malata was speaking on that. Then Killy came up. Killy just seems to be in such a better place than he was last year. The dude appears to be beaming. He's got he says Slay seems to have an answer for damn near everything that he throws at him. Great to have a guy like that in the locker room. BG is saying that he loves the scheme. It's less thinking. Quinyon Mitchell is as advertised. Trash talking to AJ. Can't wait for Jordan Davis to get that name up off him. He was speaking, I guess, I imagine, the bus name, the bus label, which I've never been a fan of. Like, it's just crazy the way this man performs, and it's just not going to get what you're not going to get the flashy numbers and the flashy things that you get with other positions along that defensive line. And I think some fans just don't understand that. But as far as I'm saying, I'm loving the development that he's had over the past few years. But I would like to see a bit more this year. This is that third year, all crucial third year, where you want to see a guy kind of jump off the page. Whereas he's been consistent. No, he's actually been a bit inconsistent. So that is one of the major issues that he has had. So I can't agree with certain fans to that aspect, to that affront. So then you've got he said, and this is the big news that everyone's talking about right now. He's speaking on how, I mean, it's like I damn near hopped out of my chair. He's speaking to how last year, like, they just didn't have the right coaches. Guys were in the right places. And BG seems to have no qualms speaking his piece, saying how he feels. While he did try and pay respect to the other guys, he's not saying that these guys are bad coaches, bad things. Just the communication was the issue. Guys just weren't clicking. So I'm listening to him say that communication thing. And while he's saying that communication thing, then they played it on ESPN later. Because I'm drinking all the Kool-Aid. BG saying what BG says it. BG is real. I'm riding with that. And then I'm watching. And damn, it always comes back to Bradbury. They just kept showing play after play after play of Bradbury getting burned, like, damn, or just missed tackles by other guys. Even our boy Reed Blankenship, and you're thinking, so, I mean, can scheme fix that? Can the coaches fix that? And the only thing I can think of is perhaps maybe some of these times Bradbury's expecting the guy over the top. Or, Blankenship is expecting the guy to be there and he's not there. So, and I can imagine things being all over the place. Even if you are in the right place, your mind isn't in the right place because possibly the coaching wasn't and the communication wasn't quite what you're used to or what you expected, or you just out there winging it, hoping that you get it right. So, but he seems to be a big fan of the new coaching staff, saying all the right people in the right places now. And with BG saying it, I can't help but ride with it, albeit, once again, like I said, it's going to be the disclaimer all into the first game. Oh, yeah, Rob Passados. That means go Birds in Portuguese. Oh, yeah, let's get it going. So then you've got that. And if he's saying it, we got to believe it. We have no choice up until first game, until we really see it out there on the field. Who else did we have up there? DG, Dallas Goedert hopped up there. Smitty was up there, so was that the day before? It might have been the day before. Oh, I got Smitty here. If I got Smitty, I forgot it. We've got JD, didn't have the right. Dallas Goedert. I love one thing that he said was awesome. You could throw AJ and Smitty the ball 150 times each. I don't give a damn as long as it lends itself to winning. So it's great to hear. I mean, I've only seen him blow up once, and I believe that was like the second to last game of the season last year. Like, he's just looking at Jalen like, bro, like, he went off on him on the sideline. You very rarely see that type of energy from Dallas Goedert. So love to see that fire, but also love to see the selflessness that he displays also. It's super dope, at least as far as I'm concerned. And then you've got Devin White. He seems to believe, like, wow, BG is over here saying, it's a good scheme, da-da-da. Devin White seems to believe it's a complicated scheme, learning more at a time here. He said when he was over in Tampa Bay, when they would learn one thing, lock in on one thing, learn that, get that to damn near muscle memory. I'm paraphrasing once again, of course. Once you get that thing, like, locked in, then you move on to the next thing, whereas he said over here, they're just throwing a whole bunch of them at him at the same time, while he said this is a good way to learn also. He doesn't want to poo-poo anybody in the organization, I'm pretty sure, because he said he's tired of being an accountant. If you know, you know. But what he's definitely locked in. He seems super focused. Just wants to lock in on his playbook, and he's here to just play football, have fun again, fly around, and make things happen. I love to hear that. And it seems from what we've heard, he has been doing that in minicamp for what it's worth. Defense, day 2, defense was ahead of the offense per usual. But one of the main things is that the guys are believing in the defense and what they're doing. In addition to the connectivity piece and the communication piece, the guys believing is huge, at least in my estimation, and it seems to be important for the players also. I would imagine You got to believe in what you're doing in order to really go out there and show your stuff, strut your stuff, spread your wings and fly, if you will. So they're out there doing it. That's great to hear. Two guys that Dave Spadaro spotted out as guys that have been stepping up in this camp, at least that I took note of. He said a bunch of names with Grant Calcaterra, because I'm saying it's like a mixed bag of things that I'm hearing as far as Grant Calcaterra is concerned. But they're saying that, this is what they're saying, is that he's flashing. And Zach Bond. Zach Bond would be a great story. It would damn near mirror, if he could come out here and do what he's supposed to do, it could mirror Hassan Reddick's ascension to stardom. Because maybe he was being placed in the wrong positions over there in New Orleans. Not to mention there was so many dogs over there in New Orleans. We're talking about, what's the boy's name? Middle linebacker. He's a damn beast. Came from the Jets. You know what I'm talking about. Regardless of what, like, so there's studs out there ahead of him, and maybe it's just now his time to shine, and they just couldn't afford him no more. You know, so it's super dope. Oh, I guess I was reporting myself sick or whatever the hell that is. And another thing that I'm hearing a lot coming out of this, at least from the media side of things, Eagles media, the guys that you could tell were like a Dave Spadaro, and I believe it was Jeff Marsha. A lot of guys, seem to believe, or of the thinking that, well, you got crazies out there like me that are like, yo, they did this and then they did that, and this is happening, oh, it's going crazy, ooh, 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 ooh. But right now, this mini camp is really a time to test things and test guys at certain places, so you have a plan for them once the training camp really starts, and then you're getting really close to the season, then you got to start installing game plans and things of that sort. So while I'm happy that this is all happening, I'm pumped, looking at all this, they're giving us time, trying to temper our expectations of what's really going on in this mini camp and what we're going to see later. We've seen it time and time again. I mean, dude, who wasn't hyped last year when Rashad Penny came in? Like, come on, Rashad. And we go on to see him play all of what, maybe count his snaps on both hands, right? That he had for a whole damn season. So, while we want to chill out, still super hyped that football is around the corner. Love to hear what's coming out of the OTAs. Love hearing what's coming out of the guys' mouths, calls, in their media sessions and their media availability. And just loving what we're hearing about this team, period, man. So let's fucking go to the next time. Make it your best time. In the meantime, between time, keep it a green time. You already know how I like to do around this time, about this time, at this time. It's always Eagles cock right here. Open your eagle eye, poke your beak, and give it a and ask these questions. What you gonna do when Eagle Mania swoops down and runs wild on you? Say it with me before we get out of here, y'all. EAGLES, Eagles. Let's fucking go. Get the flock out of here.